Hi all, Varun here. So in this video, we'll see about how we can create multiple records based on dynamic choices in a screen flow. So I have a screen called as create account, which will create me an account and contact. So initial screen asks me for account name, type and industry, and there is also additional field called as number of contacts, which is basically a pick list which includes a values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means how many contacts should exist under an account. So in the first screen, I should enter my account details. For example, I'll just give my account name here and just select the type and also the industry. And number of contacts is nothing but how many contacts should exist, how many contacts you want to create under this account. So as of now, I'll just select 4. So based on this input, based on this number of contacts, it will show 4 screens for me to enter the contact information. So that means if I click on next, so this screen will ask me to enter the details of a contact. So here I'm going to enter the details of a contact. So I'll just queue this as contact 1. And if I click on next here, so this again it will ask for me to enter the contact details of another contact. Why? Because we have selected number of contacts as 4. That's the reason it will show us 4 screens, which will allow which will ask the user to enter the 4 contact details. So here I'm gonna give the first name as contact 2, and here in the next screen I'm gonna give contact 3, and here I'm gonna give contact 4. So now we have filled all the contact details as we selected number of contacts as 4. That's the reason it showed me 4 screens. And if I click on next here, and you can see here record created successfully. That means we have created account and also we have created 4 contacts under it. So if I go back to my account tab here, and you can see here this is the account which we created. If I click on this, and in the related section you can see 4 contacts: contact 1, contact 2, contact 3, contact 4. So this is how we can use screen flows to create account and contact. So let's build it from the scratch. So I'm going to create a flow for it. So to create a flow, just click on settings, go to setup, and search for flows. Click on new flow. Here I'm going to select screen flow and click on next. I'm going to select auto layout here. Okay. So now my first step is when I go back to my demo here, you can see here my first screen is asking to enter the details of an account. So I'm going to create a screen here which will ask the user to enter the details of an account. So I'll just select the screen element here. I'll just name this as create account. Yes. And here I'm going to drag this section and I'm going to add 4 columns here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the first column, I'm going to place the text component to store the account name, which will indicate the account name for me. Yes. And I'll just mark this as required. And in the second column, I'm gonna drag a pick list. So this is for account type here. Here I'm gonna create a new choice here. I'll just create a new resource of pick list choice set, and the API name is account type. And here I'm gonna search for the object. Account is my subject, and the data type is pick list, and also the field is type. And click on done. So in the second section, in the second column, we are placing the type. And in the third column, I'll just drag another pick list field. This is for industry. And here also I'm going to create a new resource called as account. It should be not variable, it should be pick list choice set. And here I'm going to create account industry. It should be account industry, the API name should be, and the object is account, and the data type is pick list, and I'm going to select industry field. So based on this, we'll get all the pick list values dynamically. and click on done. So now we have created three sections. One section which has four columns. First column represent the account name, second column represent the type, and the third column represent the industry. And also I've created one another pick list in account object that is nothing but the number of contacts. So it's basically a pick list value which will ask the user to enter how many contacts should exist under an account. So similarly, I'm going to drag this pick list into the last section. I'll just name this as number of contacts. And here also I'm going to create a new choice. Uh, I mean the new resource. It should be a pick list choice set. I'll just name this as number of contacts, and the subject is account, and the data type is pick list, and the field name is number of contacts, and click on done. Click on done. I'm going to save this. I'll just say give the flow name as create new record and click on save. I will debug this flow now. Just click on debug. Yes, I'll just click on run, and you can see here my initial screen is ready, which is asking me for account name, type, industry, and number of contacts. Yes, so this is done, and the next step is so for example based on number of contacts we have to show screens. For example, if user select number of contacts as 2, we have to show 2 screens. That means we have to place our screen inside a loop. So we did not get a future to iterate the flow to loop the flow. I mean to add a loop element for a particular number. If you want to loop the screens with 5 times or 4 times, we did not get that future as of now. So we can just use the collection variable to iterate in flows. Yes. I mean, we have to get the collection variables. We have to get the collection variables to iterate to loop. Uh, okay, so before that, I'm gonna add another element here, which is nothing but the create account, which will create me a new account for us. So I'll do that now itself, and I'll just use this create records. I'll just name this as create account, and here, I think this API name is already exist. Create new account is my API name. Yes, and I'm gonna create only one record. That's the reason I just selected one, and I'm gonna use separate resources, and my object name is account, and here I'm gonna set fields here like account name equal to the account name coming from the screen. Go to screen components. This is the screen components called as account name, and another thing is type. I'm gonna match this with type coming from the screen component. You can see the screen component called as type, and also I'll add another field called as industry, and here I'm going to map industry coming from the screen component. Yes, and also I'll add another field called as number of contacts, and number of components number of contacts coming from the screen component. And you have to just take this box called as manually assign variables and capture the account ID in a new resource. I'm going to create a new resource to store the account ID of the created record, and the data type should be text. It should not allow multiple values. Just click on done. So we are storing the account ID into this variable called as account ID, and click on done. So now we are capturing the account information and just creating the account here itself. Now we have to capture the contact details. To capture the contact details, we have to loop through. It. For example, if number of contacts is 1, then we have to show only one screen. If the number of contacts is 2, we have to show 2 screens here. So before that, we have to loop. We have to create a collection variable. To create a collection variable based on the number of contacts, we should invoke an apex class for this. So we have to create an apex class. So I'm gonna go back to my developer console. Here I'm gonna create a new apex class which will create me the contact instance. So for example, if my number of contacts is 4, then I'm going to create 4 contact instance and just return that value to my flow. So based on that contact instance collection variable, I can loop it in the flow. So I'll go back to my developer console and just create a new Apex class like create contact instance records, and click on OK. Yes, I'm going to create a new method here, that is invocable method. And here I'm going to declare my method get contact instances, and it will accept list of requests, which is nothing but the wrapper class. So we have to create a wrapper class with this request name. So I'm going to create wrapper class for it. And the request includes one invocable, it includes one invocable variable that is nothing but number of contacts. So it should be string public string number of contacts. I think this is not required here. So request is a wrapper class which will accept, which need to be sent from flow to Apex class, and we have to create another wrapper class to send the response back to the flow. So we are passing the number of contacts from flow to Apex class, and we are getting the contact instance, that means the contact list, to back to the flow. So I'm going to create another wrapper class for response, which need to be sent back to flow, and which includes another invocable variable, which is nothing but the list of contact. So we are sending the input parameter as the number of contacts. For example, if the number of contacts is 2, then I'm going to create 2 contact instance and just send it back to flow, so that based on that collection variable, I can iterate in that flow. So it should be con list. Yes. So these are like my request wrapper class, and this is my response wrapper class. And I think there is one error. Yes, the error is gone. Okay, so the next step is we have to generate the contact instance here. So for that, I'm going to use a for loop here for integer I is equal to 0, I less than. So basically, number of contacts is a string, and inputs is a list of requests. So that means we can use an 0 index here. So before that, we have to convert this number of contacts into an integer. So that's the reason I'm going to do a typecasting here, integer dot value of string, and here I'm going to place the inputs with 0 index, as we are not passing any list here, so we can directly use the 0 index dot number of contacts, and last step is I plus plus. Yes, so we are converting the string into an integer and getting the number of contacts values here. I think this is not required here. Yes. So inside this, I'm going to create a contact instance. So I'm going to just create a contact instance is equal to new contact, and here I'm going to declare another contact list. So here I'm going to add my contact which is created inside the for loop to this con list variable. Yes, and now we have created our instance. So for example, if the number of contacts is 2, this loop will be executed 2 times, and it will create two contact instance, and it will return and it will add the both contacts to this con list. So we have to return this con list to our flow. So for that, first thing, I'm going to create a wrapper class called as list of response. Should be response list is equal to new list of response. And again, I'm going to create an instance of response. New response should be response, not this. And here I'm gonna assign response dot con list is equal to the contact list which we added, like the contact list which we added the contact instance. And again, we have to add this response to this list. So once we assign it, just add the response list, add the response to our response list. It should be response list dot add this response. And here we have to return our response list back to our flow. So basically what we are doing is, in this invocable method, for example, if number of contacts is 3, then we are looping we are this for loop will be executed 3 times, and it will create 3 contact instances, and just return it back to flow. So based on that contact list, so we can use that as a collection variable, and just use a loop activity in the flow. And there is one error here. I think the return type should be list of responses. It should not be void. Yes. So now we are all good. And here, so we have to call this apex class. We have to call this method in our flow. So now we are done with the apex class part here. So we'll go back to our flow once again. And here, before before calling that, I'll do one thing here. I'm going to add a fault path here to capture the error which is occurred while creating an account. So here I'll just show that error to the end user, like I'll just add a new screen which will show me the account error message. And inside this, I'm going to drag one display text activity. And here I'm going to add my my error message, which is coming from $flow dot fault message. That's it, and click on done. So if there is any error occurred while creating account, it will just show me the error in the screen, the fault message in the screen. Now if there is no error, this loop will be executed. Here we have to call our apex class to get all the contact list based on the number of contacts which we passed. So I'm gonna click on this plus icon and just click on this not screen, it should be an action. And here I'm gonna search for my apex class which we created. So my class name is create contact instance records. Okay, sorry, search for the method name. We are not getting it. Okay, we'll do one thing here. We'll just save this flow and just refresh the flow once, and just check again. Now we have refreshed our flow here. Just add another plus activity here and just select action here. Now you can see our okay. So this is the apex class which we created, called as create contact instance records. And I'll just name this as create contact instances. Here it is asking for to provide the input values here. So as of now, you can see here in the request wrapper class, we are passing number of contacts. So we have to pass number of contacts from flow to apex to get all the contact instances. So I'll just click on this include, and I'll just select number of contacts coming from the screen component. I just selected number of contacts coming from the screen component and just passing this value to my apex class. And also you can see here another thing like manually assign while expanding the advanced section, you can see another checkbox called as manually assign variables. So this is to store output values. So we have like con list is one of the output values, you can see in the invocable method. So this is the response, like con list, we are just passing number of contacts and creating an instance for the number of contacts and returning the list of contacts to my flow. So here I'm gonna do one thing here. Mm, I'm gonna store this contact list into one of the resources called as contact list, and here I'll just select the data type as record, and it should allow multiple values, and the S object is contact, and click on done. Okay, now our collection variable is ready. Now our collection variable is ready. Now it's time to loop this. So we have to loop this collection. So to loop this collection variables, I'm gonna add another element here which is called as loop. So I'll just select loop. I'll just name this as loop contact, and here I'm gonna select my collection variables, which is nothing but the contact list, and it should iterate over collection first item to last item. The direction is first item to last item, and click on done. And under this, for each contact which is returned from the apex class, we have to assign values, and we have to show screens for each loop. For example, I'll just add a screen element inside this, which is called as create contact, and here I'm gonna drag another section, display text, not display text, sorry. I'm gonna add section which includes 3 columns, and the first column I'm gonna store the first name of the contact. I'll just name this as first name, and I'll just mark this as required. And in the second column, I'll display last name. I just want to capture last name, and I'll just mark this as required as well. And in the third column, I'm gonna drag the email, which will store the email of a contact. I'll just name this as email, and also yes, that's it. Just click on done. So based on the number of contacts, this will be iterated. Like for example, if I select the number of contacts as 2, this screen will be repeated for 2 times. First screen will capture all the contact one details, and the second screen will capture all the contact two details. So we have created screen, and also we have to capture the first name and last name and email of the present contact. So for that, I'm going to use an assignment activity here. I'll just name this as assign contact. So here what I'll do is I'll just use the current item from the loop, and I'll just assign first name value with the first name coming from the screen component. That means we are assigning the contact first name with the value which is entered by the user in the screen. Similarly with the last name as well. Current item loop contact dot last name equal to the last name coming from the screen component. So this is the last name coming from the screen component, and the similar thing with email as well. Current item in the contact list dot email equal to the email coming from the screen component, email dot value. And also we have to set account ID as well. So to set the account ID, we are already storing the account ID in a variable called as account ID. So we can make use of this current item from loop dot account ID equal to the account ID coming which we are storing in account ID variables, and click on done. So now we are capturing the contact information here, and just we are assigning the contact information in this assignment element. And here we can't directly make a create record activity inside a for loop. So we can just make use of that create record after the loop completed. So that's the reason I'll just create another new resource called as contact insert list. This will be the final list which need to be inserted. and it should be a record, and it should allow multiple values, and the object is contact, and click on done. Now we have created contact insert list, which is nothing but the collection variables. I'm gonna add another assignment activity here. So I'll just name this as, just we have to add our current contact to this list and make use of this collection variable while inserting a new contact. So that's the reason I'm just creating this resource and just using the assignment activity. I'll just name this as assignment as add to contact insert list. So here we have to add the current item from loop contacts, not this. We have to add current item from loop contacts to contact insert list. So just select contact insert list, add current item from loop contact. That's it. So we are adding all the contacts coming in each for loop, and just adding to this list, and just inserting this list outside the for loop. That's it. And just click on done. Now you can see here, I'll just explain the flow once again. So first thing is we are capturing the account details. Once the account details are capturing, we are storing it. We are using the create accounts, and if there is any error message, we are just capturing the fault message and showing it in the screen. And once the account record is successfully created, so we are creating the contact instances. For example, if the number of contacts we selected as 2, that means we need to show 2 screens for the user to fill out the details. So based on the number, we can't just we can't just use loop element in screen flows. That's the reason we have created an apex class and just getting the contact instances. So based on that we are returning a collection variable from apex class to flow. So based on that collection variable, we are looping in the flow, and in inside the loop we have added like one screen which will ask for the user to enter the contact information, and storing that information into a contact instance, and just and in the second assignment activity, we are just adding our contact to the contact list. So we can also use the create records directly inside the for loop itself, but it's not a good practice. So that's the reason I just created another collection variables and adding the current item contact to this list, and just using the create records activity outside the for loop. So this is the basic flow of it. So now I'm gonna add another screen, not a screen element. It should be a create records. So I'll just name this as create contacts, and it should create multiple records for me, and the record collection variable is contact insert list, and click on done. That's it. So we are just creating contacts with our collection variable which we created, and here I'm gonna add another fault message, and if there is any fault message, we can just show it in the screen. Just name this screen as contact error message. Here I'm gonna drag a display text component. I'll just name this as contact error, and I'll just display the fault message. It should be in $flow dot fault message. Click on done. So if there is any error in the contact, we are just showing the fault error message. And if contacts are created successfully, then this loop will be executed. So here I'm going to show a success screens which show me a message like record inserted successfully. So I'll just name this as contact success, and similarly I'm gonna add another display text activity. I'll just name this as contact success message. So here I'm gonna show a message like record inserted successfully. Yes, that's it. So now just click on save here. So this is how our flow looks at end. Yes. Now I'm gonna debug it. Just click on this debug. Okay. So I'll just run the flow. And you can see here the first step includes create account, which will ask the user to enter the account name. So I'm gonna create a new account called as SFDC. I'll just select the type as customer and the industry as banking, and the number of contacts I'm gonna select like 3 contacts and click on next. So once we click on next, a new account is created successfully, and this is the account ID. So this is the account ID, and here we are calling our Apex class, and Apex class is returning uh, you can see here in this is the Apex class which has been called. Input is number of contacts which we are passing, that is nothing but the 3, and output we got like 3 contact instances. You can see here 1, 2, 3. So based on this contact list, we are using this as a collection variable and using it in the loop. So here I'm going to insert my first contact details. I'll just name this as Varun Kumar. So this is my first contact, and if I click on next here, this is my second contact. I'll just name this as Tarun Kumar, and this will ask for me the third contact. So as we selected number of contacts as 3, that's the reason it will only ask for 3 contacts for us. So in the for the third contact, I'm gonna give some details like Pawan Kumar, and just click on next. So once we given all the details here, you can see a success message called as record inserted successfully, and you can see here create contacts method like Varun Kumar, and the account ID is this. So I'll just go back to the account here and just check if the records are created successfully in Salesforce or not. So I'll do one thing here. So I'll just go back to my account tab. So where is my account tab? Yes, here it's, and you can see here this is the account which we created called as SFDC. And if I open this account, you can see under this SFDC account I have like 3 contacts. One is Varun Kumar and Pawan Kumar and Tarun Kumar. So in this way, we can create multiple records with dynamic choices based on dynamic choices in a screen flow. Thanks for watching.